Guten Morgen, muchachos and muchacha. How are you doing? Welcome back. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. This is Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyash, as always, getting to feed with some footballing juice. Of course, tumetoka weekend, there's so much action that was happening. So let's have a look at it. All right. First of all, big up to Lotan and Eric and Zuhum and Joe, by the way, who welcomed us yesterday to the Fan Zone crew. As we were watching the Man United versus Chelsea game, boring game. There was a commentary, of course. Homeboys, they do commentaries of some of these games, so we joined them there. It was mad fun as always, but with the exception of no goals, everything was fine with that exception. You know, easy Chelsea Man United squeezy, squeezy, there's no oomph in that game. There's no goals. There's nothing more boring in this world than a 0-0 draw. Nothing more boring, man. But it is what it is. When you consider the likes of Manchester United, who have not won against in the top 6 or big 6 club in like 7 games, they have actually scored only 1 goal, then you're not surprised. Then you will not be very much surprised. So United were playing against Chelsea yesterday, the second last game of yesterday, and they, of course, like I said, ilikuwa 0-0 draw. Boring game, as nothing to talk about. Absolutely nothing to talk about. Bruno was missing, as he always does against the big 6 teams. Nothing was really happening there. The only incident worth talking about ilikuwa penalty shout that Man United had against Callum Hudson-Odoi, which was not given. Lakini Bruno, of course, alikuwa shaanza kuwarm up for the pen, as always, like he does. So, yeah, I don't see anything else worth talking about in that game, to be honest. You know, apart from the fact that it was boring. I don't see anything else. That was Matchweek 26, which kicked off on Sato with a big game, a good game. Not really a big game, but you know, going by this season, that was huge. Manchester City were playing against West Ham United. They won that game 2-1. And West Ham United again, they are showing their hard nut to crack. Mazeyo, hata City hawakupata rahisi. It was not easy. It was not easy, man. They won that game 2-1. Their 2 center backs are the ones who scored. As in, City right now, they're just rolling, man. And the center backs now wanafungia mabao. Ruben Dias and John Stones. And now they have gone 20 games or 21? They're heading to 21 games, I think now. 20 games unbeaten in all competitions. I think that's a record on its own, right? That's a record on its own. And they're playing against Wolves on Tuesday. Wolves, wenye squeezy hawezi piga anybody. Wolves, okay, walitupiga, but yo, the inconsistency in Wolves is staggering. Staggering, for lack of a better word. So, City wali set off the week. The game week, and they won 2-1 against West Ham United. Then after that, we had West Bromwich versus Brighton game. Of course, that was about to be interesting. So, relegation battles huko chini zinakuanga kali sana, and this one was no different. And it was full of everything. You know, okay, not goals, but more of drama than anything else, and controversy than anything else. So West Bromwich won that game 1-0. Of course, they scored first against Brighton. Brighton had a pen given somewhere before the end of the first half. Pascal Gross ni nani? Piga post, nje, out, no conversion. Then the controversy now for VAR came in also in the first half, I think. Lewis Dunk gets a free kick, takes it quickly like he always does. Referee anapiga firimbi because the free kick was taken quickly, of which he didn't like. And the fact that now they went now to VAR to check, of which they found out that by the time the referee was blowing the whistle, the ball had not crossed the line, you know, like haikuwa imepita goal line, so it was not a goal. Brighton wamechizi bana. They are going nuts about that decision. They are going nuts about that decision. And you all know Brighton wanapenda those quick free kicks. You have seen Lewis Dunk do that. I think there's also a time, is it last season? About last season, but when he did it against Liverpool, na akafunga bao. So they were wondering what's up with this? What's wrong with taking a free kick quickly? You know, so the VAR cancelled that goal, and they were told to retake the free kick again, of which they didn't score, and they were enraged. They are going nuts. Ukaona Lewis Dunk post-match interview. That man them was pissed off. He was pissed off, and then as if they could not get worse for Brighton, they got another penalty in the second half. Welbeck ni nani? Uza nje. As in, Brighton again, this man them, have you ever seen a more unlucky team than Brighton? As in, Brighton, they play good football. You love watching them play, but they just can't win. They can't win. They cannot win. As in, they are not winning. So Sato was a bad day for Brighton, man. They were absolutely angry about those decisions. But yeah, you could feel them. It was a bit unfair. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with taking a free kick quickly. What was wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. Then after that, we had, that was the second game. The third game was between Leeds and Aston Villa, which I think was bound to be interesting for sure. And I think it was. I didn't watch it, to be honest, but I think it was an interesting game. As in the Leeds and Aston Villa, is quite boring. Aston Villa again scoring fast in the first 10 minutes, and then after hapo ni kushut down. As in Aston Villa akisha kufunga wa kwanza umeisha, you'll struggle breaking them down, and not even Leeds United could do that. They had, I think, 701 touches, 500 and something passes, way more than Aston Villa. They had, I think, 69 ball possession. How many? 61 ball possession. Still could not crack Aston Villa, and just like that, Leeds took the L, and it was a very good L for us as Arsenal fans. We love that one. Now to got the same number of games na Leeds na kwenye yetu. We absolutely love that. Then I think the last game was Newcastle versus Wolves, of which Wolves again, they showed why they just can't be trusted. They can't win shit, man. They were actually getting beat by Newcastle, so they drew 1-1 courtesy of Ruben Neves' header. Hiyo game ikaisha hivyo. Then Saturday is why we had, of course, the Super Sunday. On Saturday, by the way, in the Kenya Premier League, we had Tusker playing against Nzoia Sugar. No, Bidco United, and we lost. Maze Bidco anatupiga aje bana. Even worse, Gor Mahia also in action on Saturday, they were playing against Nzoia Sugar. They lost 2. Gor Mahia wanapigwa na Nzoia Sugar. Aje, saa ngapi? Wapi? Ai. Crazy shit. Gor right now in the Premier League, but the Kenya Premier League, they are 10th in the standings, 16 points behind Tusker, with 4 games in hand. Hata wakishinda hizo zote, bado watakuwa, I think, 4 points behind. So yeah, sijui kama Gor watabeba hii kitu raundi. Mafanzo wa Gor bado wanasema sisi ni wale wase gini wasekao nini. New season, this one. It's not gonna be the same as last one. That's for sure. So on Sunday, of course, we had some other interesting games besides the Premier League. We had, of course, it's a Super Sunday. Kickoff. Crystal Palace versus Fulham. You know, forget about that. Didn't matter much. Hata ilitoka 0-0. Leicester welcoming Arsenal. You know, Leicester are second in the Premier League, or are third in the Premier League standings. Kila mtu anajua hapa Arsenal inaenda kuwa clapped. And actually put ourselves in such a situation where we were ready for a clapping, you know, because we conceded first courtesy of a stupid ass goal to concede at Yuri Telemans. Xhaka alipoteza ball place ya ujinga. Again, I don't know what he was thinking losing that ball. And then Yuri Telemans ran alone for sijui how many yards bila mse yote kumtackle, bila mse yote kumwendea. El Neni sijui alikuwa anakimbia kwenda wapi. Pablo Mari alikuwa ana run away from the opposing player. I don't know what was going on there, but you know what? Forget all that, because he made a comeback, man. Hey yo, Leicester kitu tumeonyesha at King Power hajaona. You know, winning at King Power is not for everyone. No, Man United went there, they didn't win. Liverpool went there, they didn't win. Chelsea went there, they did not win. Huko si kwa kila mtu. Yo. So our first win at King Power for a long time, by the way, and it was a very fantastic win, man. Guys like Willian and Pepe sijui alikuwa amekula nini Sato bana. Yo, Pepe ameterrorize our boy so badly that Leicester had to make a first half change. They had to take off Thomas, who was their, I think, their left back. They had to take him off. He was being terrorized by Pepe, and it did not change anything because Pepe just continued terrorizing them so badly that he scored that goal for us. Willian was on fire that day, unplayable. I've never seen. That's the best game I've seen Willian play for Arsenal, I think, besides the Fulham game. Yo, he was actually BT Sports man of the match, so definitely had a very good game, and he had 2 assists. Willian had 2 assists. Mandem had an assist over the week in the Europa League. I think Willian is coming back. I think he's coming back, and I'm very much happy with that. I think I've talked shit about Willian for a long time because he's been performing poorly. Not because, I mean, I wanted him to leave or anything, but he's just been poor. Compared to what he was doing at Chelsea, to what he has been doing for Arsenal, he's been way below average. But he's pulling up his socks, and we absolutely love to see that as we head to the penultimate stage of the season. The first goal was scored by... Who scored the first goal? David Luiz combining again with Willian. A Chelsea combination there, ex-Chelsea combination. Fantastic header. Then Lacazette akabang bao ya pili. Ndidi could not help himself but put his hands up after Pepe apige cross ya kukata na shoka. Lacazette akaweka ndani. Then that goal, a loop by Willian to assist Pepe, who just tucked it in the back of the net. Easy goal, man. 3-1 win, and Leicester never got themselves back. And just like that, we got 3 goddamn points at King Power Stadium. Na tukafunga your story. I was so excited, man. Yo, watu walishtuka hapo. Watu walikuwa wafikiria Arsenal inaenda kwa club by Leicester City ni nani? Who are Leicester City? Who are these guys? We don't know them, bana. Then, of course, after that, we had the big game between Chelsea and Man United. Like I said, 0-0 draw. Nothing to talk about there. Before that, we had Tottenham taking on Burnley. Now, this one is interesting. Tottenham won 4-0. A masterclass by Bale. Scored 2 and got an assist. And he had, not 57. How many points did he get? How many points? Is it 19 in the FPL? Now, the funny thing is, the guy who's currently leading in the FPL standings globally had Bale as his captain. And guess what? He triple captained Bale. As in, who triple captains Bale? Bale hakuna shit amefanya hii Premier League toka akuje. Then someone somewhere just gives him the captain and triple captains him. And guess what? That man has gotten 57 points from Bale, Mazi. Yo, lolo. Damn, you can never see that one coming for sure. That's crazy if you ask me. But it is what it is. So Tottenham won 4-0. Then Liverpool are the teams that were playing last yesterday. They won 2-0 against Sheffield United. Lazima wangepewa own goal. Own goal moja mse wa Sheffield, alafu Curtis Jones akafunga moja. Liverpool won that game 2-0. First loss in like first win for them in like forever. Now Sheffield United have lost 21 games. That's a goddamn record. Nimesikia niliona somewhere, I think on Opta Joe, they were saying the last time a team lost so many top flight football games in English football was Newport County's during 1970-71 season. Sheffield have lost 21 games out of, I think, 25. I said definitely they're going down. They're going back to where they came from. No doubt about that one. So Liverpool, of course, they have won again after a long period not winning. On Sunday also, we had a big game in the Kenya Premier League. We had a big game going down at Buhungu Stadium. We had Kakamega Homeboys welcoming AFC Leopards. AFC Leopards wametoka kushinda over the week. I think they beat Ulinzi Stars, went to Kakamega Homeboys home ground, and they beat them 2-1. Yeah, AFC Leopards, 2 wins in a row. Hey, they are doing good. Hey, hapo wamejaribu. After waende huko coast kunyoroshwa na Bandari. Well done for them. They've done well. They've done well. So, AFC Leopards are slowly getting themselves back to the groove. I mean, those are big wins, bana. Kupiga Ulinzi Stars na upiga Homeboys back to back. Even though Homeboys have been kinda shaky this season, yeah? But yeah, AFC Leopards, they still got the 3 points, and that's all that matters. K-Sharks, they were playing against KCB. They beat them convincingly. 3-0. KCB are being put in their place again. So those are some of the games that are happening in the Kenya Premier League that are worth the salt. Now, Matchweek 26 of the Premier League is not yet done. We have one more game going down today, of which I'm banking a lot on these guys. Lucas Digne and Calvert-Lewin. I have those 2 guys in my FPL squad. I want them to come through. They are playing against Southampton at 11 o'clock. I'll be looking out for that one. In Serie A, we had, as Man United were struggling to score, their former boys were banging goals for Inter Milan. Sanchez, Lukaku, and Damian, they scored 3 goals for Inter Milan as they won against, which team was this? Is this Bologna? Is it Bologna? I can't recall the team they won against, but they scored the 3 goals. Yeah, as Man United walikuwa na struggle kufunga Chelsea. AC Milan, they also won a big win, by the way, for them against AS Roma in Stadio Olimpico. They won 2-1. That's a big win for them to keep pressure at the top. Pressure Inter Milan. Waweke pale bumper. Milan clubs ndo zina call the shots in Serie A this time round. Juventus, it's due amekula shit gani this season. In the Serie A, they're just not going, man. They are absolutely, okay, I don't want to say they're totally out of the Scudetto competition, but I don't think they're gonna win shit this season in Serie A, especially the league. Hiyo Serie A naona imesonga. Naona kama hiyo imesonga. They drew against Crotone. 1-1 draw, so yeah, another 2 points draw for Juventus, of course. So that's what's up. That was happening over the weekend. That's all I think you need to know as far as football goes. We have some midweek fixtures coming up, so be on the lookout for those 2 this coming week. We have Wolves versus Manchester City. We also have nani wanacheza. We also have Chelsea playing against Liverpool. Some interesting games for sure. All right, so I'm gonna be looking down for that one. Have a fantastic week. God bless. Take care. Sanitize. Mask up. Stay safe.